Peyton Manning and Eli Manning are perhaps the only thing that has stood between Tom Brady and a serious chance at challenging the 11 championships won by Bill Russell and the Boston Celtics in the 1950s and 1960s. The two brothers combined to knock the New England Patriots out of the playoffs 5 times. All 5 cases came at the latest possible moment they could have, as Peyton played his entire career in the AFC and beat Brady in the AFC Championship Game 3 times, whereas Eli has only played in the NFC and has beaten Brady in the Super Bowl twice. The regular season machinations have played a big part in New England's postseason history as well, with the Colts and Broncos beating New England out for home field advantage on multiple occasions and the Giants playing classics against New England seemingly every time the two meet. But only one can be the most hated opponent in Patriots history. So let's dive into the careers of both Manning brothers and see which of them more deserves the hatred of the state of Massachusetts. Eli Manning has played 3 regular season games against the New England Patriots, all 3 of which were very close, a 38-35 Week 17 battle in 2007 that laid the groundwork for Super Bowl 42, as it gave the Giants a template off which they could build their game plan for that matchup. A back-and-forth 2011 matchup that ended with Manning hitting Jake Ballard for a game-winning touchdown with only 15 seconds remaining. A close game in 2015 that featured a major foot injury for Julian Edelman, but a win for the Patriots. Manning is therefore 1-2 against the Patriots in his regular season career. It would be hard to blame him for Edelman's injury, or even attribute that season's AFC Championship game loss to Peyton's Broncos considering how well Edelman played in the postseason, but the fact that it happened against the Giants means that Patriots fans will forever associate it with Eli. Still, Eli himself has had a relatively harmless regular season career against New England. Peyton Manning played in the AFC for his entire career, so he faced the Patriots far more often in the regular season than Eli did. He may have had a 6-13 record against the Patriots, but his resume includes several classic matchups that the Patriots ultimately lost, including consecutive losses in 2005 and 2006 that were instrumental in keeping the Patriots from earning home field advantage throughout the playoffs. The Patriots lost on the road in both seasons, to the Denver Broncos in 2005 and the Indianapolis Colts in 2006. A 2009 loss that included Bill Belichick going for it on a late 4th and 2 deep in his own territory out of fear of Manning scoring an easy touchdown if he got the ball back. That is exactly what happened. A 2015 loss that Manning didn't even play in. Brock Osweiler beat the Patriots on a snowy Sunday night in Denver that season, which once again led to the Patriots playing a road playoff game that they would eventually lose. Manning gets credit for this because he was, frankly, terrible that season. His absence actually helped the Broncos. Had he played in those weather conditions, the Broncos would have lost and the Patriots probably would have made the Super Bowl. Manning beats the Patriots even when he isn't playing them. Volume just gives Peyton a much easier road in this category. Nothing Eli could have done in 3 games would have put him ahead of Peyton. Eli has played against the Patriots in the postseason twice and beaten them twice. The first came in the crushing defeat of Super Bowl 42. The next came again in the Super Bowl 4 years later. Both games involved Eli pulling ridiculous throws to keep the Giants alive out of thin air. Both games involved late touchdowns that essentially left the Patriots with no time for a response. Both games involved Manning winning Super Bowl MVP despite the superior performance of his teammates. This all adds up to make Eli's playoff record of being hateful unimpeachable among Patriots fans. Peyton can't win this category. He just has to hope to keep it close. Luckily for Peyton, he has 2 gut-wrenching victories over the Patriots on his own resume. One involved a comeback from a 21-3 deficit in the 2006 AFC Championship game. The other ended on a failed 2-point conversion in the 2015 AFC Championship game. throw in the 2013 AFC Championship game, and Peyton has more playoff victories over the Patriots than Eli does. But 3 things prevent Peyton from coming close to Eli in this category. The first is that he lost to the Patriots twice in the playoffs. Eli is undefeated. At least Patriots fans have good memories of Peyton in the playoffs. The second is that Super Bowl losses are exponentially worse than any coming earlier in the playoffs. Eli would have won this category with only 1 Super Bowl victory, which leads into the final reason for his win here. Eli prevented the Patriots from becoming the first 19-0 team in NFL history. If he had retired immediately after that, he would have been the biggest playoff villain in Patriots history. This is a walkover for him. Patriots fans have generally had a fairly positive experience with Peyton off of the field. He has never insulted the Patriots in any meaningful way. He has been willing to poke fun at his rivalry with the team on skits for Saturday Night Live and the ESPYs. And though the truth of the rumor is not remotely verified, the fact that Manning has been connected to HGH in the past gives fans an easy excuse to justify losses. If Manning was taking performance-enhancing drugs, at least Patriots fans can feel righteous indignation towards Peyton. All told, there isn't much hatred here beyond what Peyton actually did on the field. There is an off-field element to Eli's career that has to be noted in conversations like this. He plays in New York. Any New York player is predisposed to a rivalry with Boston. The Red Sox and Yankees prove that. Eli beating the Patriots in 2 Super Bowls would sting from any city, but coming from New York, they are especially painful. Manning's championships can be held up by Boston's rival city as a reason they are more successful. Recent history has proven that statement largely wrong, but the fact that Eli even made New York versus Boston a conversation in football wins him this category. A little bit of history: were it not for Manning, New England's dynasty may not have been possible. Manning could have been the number 1 pick in the 1997 NFL Draft, but chose to remain in college for his senior season. That pick was held by the New York Jets, who employed Bill Belichick as their defensive coordinator. Had Manning entered that draft, Belichick might have been so excited to coach him that he would have stayed with the Jets when he became the team's head coach in 2000 rather than leaving for New England. That decision changed the course of Manning's history and New England's. Patriots fans aren't exactly lining up to thank Manning for his decision, but he should gain some sympathy from them for his missed chance at being coached by Belichick. Manning made a very different decision when it came to his own entrance into the NFL draft. He told the San Diego Chargers that he did not want to play for them. This caused a domino effect that led to Manning reaching the NFC, where he was able to face the Patriots in 2 Super Bowls. It also led to the creation of 2 other conference rivals for the Patriots, as Phillip Rivers and the extra draft assets that the Chargers picked up made them almost immediate contenders, and the whole ordeal led to Ben Roethlisberger falling to the Pittsburgh Steelers at No. 11 overall. Neither the Steelers nor the Chargers have beaten the Patriots in the playoffs with Brady at the helm, but Eli has to win this category. Peyton actively made the Patriots possible. Eli actively worked to reach the team on which he could break their hearts. Who has lived up to the expectations year after year after year as well as Peyton. He's done it so gracefully, so admirably. He set the standard for how to play the quarterback position, Tom Brady to Peter King of Sports Illustrated. Obviously, being on the other side of 2 of those Super Bowl losses to an Eli Manning-led team, I just have so much respect for his dependability, for his consistency, for his toughness. You know, that's really everything you want in an NFL player, and I think Eli has always provided that for the team. Brady to Jim Gray of Westwood One. HT Daniel Rappaport of Sports Illustrated. Brady seems to have a healthy respect for Eli, but it is clear that he holds Peyton in higher regard. Peyton wins this category. Peyton Manning has done more than enough to the Patriots to be considered a true and worth nemesis. But Eli's history against them in the postseason, the city that he plays in, and the fact that he actively engineered his way there just push him over the top. Peyton was certainly the better quarterback, but Eli was the better enemy. The fact that he came into the league as Peyton's dopey little brother only made it that much harder when he toppled the Patriots on a stage Peyton never would. He prevented a 19-0 season when Peyton couldn't. So the answer here is clear: Eli Manning is the most hated opponent in Patriots history. Start the conversation. 247 Sports.